stacking shelves in the factory. Now applying for a PhD. It was all for you, it was not for me. Last effort to really be free. 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 Never was one to accept an arm on my shoulder. Back then I was a colder. Carrying the weight of the world like a boulder.
Hello everyone.
Last night, that's why I couldn't phone you. Winter's so cold, so I could caught pneumonia. Yeah. I still pray to the Lord, but we're gonna go far. No keys for a house, no keys for a car. Reality hits, no money, not ready. Life's slow, not steady. Praying time, don't forget me. Remembering times, counting pennies in a jar. No one ever said we're gonna go far. Across my heart is a scar. The constant reminder.
Can you guys hear me?
Cracked pipes and broken dreams. We paid for a life and got caught in the stream. Reaching for anything that appeared to gleam. Never pray to God for things you don't need.
Can you guys hear me? Hello everyone. I think you can hear me now. Had a little bit of an issue here. Let's see. Yeah. Now it should be better. How is everyone? Salut Pinup. Hello Thomas. Hello Frankie in the valley. Gidget. Hello Raf, Zelvia. Hello Maurizio, how you doing? Hello Andora's Revenge. Now yes. Hello, I'm one of us. Art Nulart. Marcos from Spain, Monsieur Haha Hi Hi Ho. Yeah. Been, yeah. I wasn't totally sure I would be missing last week, but obviously I did. And I'm back. And I think I should be back till the end of the year now. Have a gig tomorrow. So thanks to Niels that he was careful enough to book it then and not tonight. Yeah, we started with a couple of new releases. First, the Richie Culver album, I Trust Pain, which was released like a month and a half ago or so. Very cryptic. Richie Culver is an artist / musician, very contemporary, and this music, sort of sound poetry, grime, trap, drill and bass, industrial. Yeah, pretty cool cover, pretty cool record of very unforgiving moods, as you could hear. His records tend to sell out. This one was only released in 200 copies, but yeah, he's part of a duo called Quiet Husband as well. Very interesting guy. Always worth checking his stuff out. He's had some stuff out on Droned by Locals, the label that from Jordan that released the Shino Amobi LP I played 2 weeks ago. But now we're listening to the master. The great master, Bernard Parmigiani. Salut Magique Berber, salut Dom, hello Andras. Andy P. Eloé, hello Paul, how you doing? Salut Robin. Yeah, so how is everyone doing? It's been an interesting couple of weeks since since I last was with you. Lots of records in the mail, quite a few digging out, a few VCLTs as well, and yeah, always on the look for new rabbit holes, as you might imagine. I've been contemplating a little bit about what this past year has represented in terms of digging, of discovering new paths, and it was quite massive. To the point that I was already reflecting on what is the future, the near future, gonna bring forth. Right now, it's bringing the third volume in the magnetic memories, or magnetic mind memory, on the Transversal label that released quite a bunch of great archival recordings of jazz musicians and musique concrète mostly, but not only, also the new music by the boss Jonathan Fitoussi. But this one is, I hope you agree, as you can hear, a must-have if you're into electronic music. This was made for an animated movie by Peter Foldes called Narcissus Eco. And thank you for the early support, by the way, of Thomas Corcoran and Frank in the Valley. I'm gonna need it after the past few weeks. The funds are pretty low for the investigations, but a lot of stuff is coming, so we just have to build it up. Huh? So who's there now? Hello Kaylee, nice to see you. Hello Greg. Hello 40 Man. Alright, who else? Hello Brandon, how you doing? Nice to see you live. Ah, Ed. Yeah, that's part of the two latest releases on Transversal. I wouldn't say they're all must-haves. It's usually high quality, but this one is really top of the crop. Hello Fred, how you doing? Yeah, right. We've been there, done that. So where else could we go tonight? Like, I mean, there's a lot of directions possible. You might lead me a little bit. This one is one of the better finds of the end of the year, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, Dom is the pro. Pro at failing at buying less records. I don't think I'm of much help, though, I must say. Hello, Chris, how you doing? So, yeah, tonight, bear with me. I don't know how much I will be able to put the links of the records in the chat, as I'll have to concentrate quite a bit, but we'll see. If you need more info, just write me in the chat for the ones that you want an extra direction as of the record I played, including the one playing now. And of course I already kind of lost the plot. So what's interesting with this record is that this is an instrumental album of instrumental versions of songs by Robin Holcomb. Robin Holcomb is a singer, a great contemporary jazz singer for the most part. Here you find her with Wayne Horvitz, Butch Morris, Robert Previtt, Doug Wieselman and Bill Frisell. Most of these names are well known, especially if you follow the musicians like such as John Zorn in the past 40 years. Doug Wieselman is a little of less of a known capacity, but I've played two of his albums lately, including and also some records featuring him. Here he plays the tenor saxophone and clarinet. So not sure if he's playing on that track, as the album is composed of trios and duets. There are different variations between all of them. Just wonderful album, as you can hear. Still cheap on the ever reliable Sound Aspects album label from Germany. Oh, nice. They can be hit or miss live, though, I heard. Not yet, Brandon, but probably pretty soon. Well, so Wayne Horvitz, here he plays acoustic and amplified piano and DX7, Butch Morris cornet and Robert Previtt drums and DX7 drum machine and marimbas. That was probably the trio we were hearing now. And now, obvious DX7. I think now I have something about like 6 or 7 albums on that label. This is from 1988. Great recording. Contemporary jazz, avant-garde with DX7s. Makes sense, huh? Tonight we could go into ethnomusicology, heavy metal, jazz, ambient, electroacoustic, avant-garde, rock and roll, hip-hop, dub, folk. Could go anywhere. We'll see. Well, but it is kind of very emblematic of the 80s sound. Yeah, exactly. Next record is quite an odd concept, one that I quite actually like. This is someone I've played with, who is a famous DJ, techno producer, and he just recently released a package of his own DJ tools, like edits and remixes he did privately for his own DJ set needs. And he released a collection of some of them, quite themed, also around the 80s. Thank you so much as well. The anonymous Ko-fi supporter that I can't see right now, who also left a nice little tip in the coffee jar. Last stream was a little bit slow on that side. It happens. It was a record store day, so I hope that you have no good excuses today, if you like the stream tonight. So weirdly enough, I'm playing a track that I really like, and I think it's a great DJ tool, but just a little more than that. But it's probably the least representative track of this free LP package. And I'm sure Fred and Art will be familiar with. This is Marcel Detman, back master mix, edits and cuts, featuring his own edits of The Human Factor, which is basically Chicago House, modern Chicago House, Bo Venzer, Jason Letkevich, and Melvin Oliphant DJ or tracks. You have also experimental products, the Minimal Synth band, you have the Severed Heads, you have Calixi Shelby, Jan North, Ford Proco, the Mexican band, Nitzer Ebb, a great sort of edit remix of Shame. You have John Bender, Christian Vogel, Konrad Schnitzler. Just really, really, really cool package of someone from today basically making updated versions of classic 80s tracks for the most part, making them the most relevant possible for the dance floor. My camera is blurry, huh? Well, I don't know. I guess you're here more for the sound though. Hopefully. Oh, the connection. Okay. Uh-huh. On my side, I don't see any issues. Huh. Hot spill. Yeah. Cheap thrill. Hot spill. All right. So was the video better earlier and deteriorated while I was going? Let me know. So work it, baby, work it. It looks like a good package though, 40 man. Work it, baby, work. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good package. This is a remix of the Junior Boys that he did. That was kind of a classic of his of some of his best sets, I would say. Okay. Let me double check. Okay, did that change anything right now? A little grainy, okay. Well, that distorted me a little bit though, so because I remember that I was doing a stream with someone 2 weeks ago, and the video and sound started to deteriorate all the while. So hopefully worse. Even now? Well, that's really unfortunate. Okay, it's okay. Well, we have a good test pretty soon though. But this is one of my favorite records of the end of the year. Playing right now. It came out with no sleeves. It's Fog by Emmer on the Short Span label. Extremely dubby affair. of what is this? How would you define this? This is sort of extremely hazy indie. I don't know. This is dub, I guess. Red Twisted Arrow, yeah. Very nice, Thomas. Hello, Frank. How you doing? Let me try something. I just thought of something that could help. Hello, Daniel. Long time no see. Hope you're doing better. I heard you were under the weather. Is it a little better now, the video? All right. So yeah, I don't really know what this is. It's the first record I heard of this artist, and 6 tracks, absolutely lovely. Just the right kind of fucked up vocals. I don't know what to do about the video. It's the first time like that. And on my end, it's absolutely fine. So, but I'm on the app, the StreamYard app. So, difficult to say. This was obviously a quite limited release. It came out about a month and a half ago, I guess. I'm not sure it got any hype yet. But if you like what you hear, you should definitely look it up. The whole album is wonderful. Hello, Stefan. Ah well. I really don't know what that is. I even had to remember what it was when I got the record in the mail, as there's literally nothing written on it outside of the dead wax. Even if you just reload the video, Art 08. When it gets really out of sync, try to reload. Yeah, the unpredictability of YouTube, huh? Ah, well, even the out of sync aspect. Okay. Yeah. Hello Ivan, how are you doing? Yes. I think they would, the musicians playing would be pretty flattered by that comment, Ed. This is a record I played, already played a couple of months ago, some of it. That's so weird. Okay, well, as long as the sound is good and you be here with me. Hello, Chris. So I told you we'd talk more about that record when I first played it. It's really good, indeed. Frank. This was officially just released, I guess today. It was made available today by these two gentlemen. So I hear I have some video problems. I hope that bringing two more screens on the main frame is not going to make it even worse. But okay, yeah, well, there you go. Not my fault. I would take it if it was mine. I could maybe do something about it then. Thank you, Frank and Maurizio, for leaving nice tips in the coffee jar as well. Merci beaucoup. Hello, Heart Audio. Oh, it's much better, Thomas. I forgot about it now, which means it's the kitchen is not yet back to normal. It will take some time, but it's manageable now. Gaz, is he a vinyl collector? We'll talk about that soon. I think Steve kind of is. Like if you... No, it's difficult for him to pan around the room, but like... There you go. Well, that's good. Don't know what's going on my end, but I'll try to figure it out for next time. So this is a Lenfit track, which I love, and I guess I hope we love that. But hello, Gaz. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
Hi, Stunty. How are you? You're all blurry, Stunty. I don't know what you've been drinking, but it's really affected your brain.
I don't know.
How bizarre that we're clear and that's madness.
Am I still blurry even while you're back on the StreamYard page?
Yeah.
That's so weird. So weird because I'm absolutely crystal clear on my end. I would have no idea about that if you didn't tell me. I have to do some backward testing. Obviously, I can't do it now because we're here to talk about a little something that you just released. The Shipwreck album, 3 long-form tracks that were recorded in a place that I'm now familiar with. Oh, here, okay. I'm very familiar. I guess some of our viewers already know Steve from here. Some might know him from somewhere else, from a distant past. But Gaz, maybe a little less people know about you here. How did you and Steve meet up? How did this happen?
Well, it was quite a funny story, really, because I knew Carvers, and I'd produced an album, William D. Drake, Revere Reach, which Steve had said in an interview, I think, that he really liked it, or it was his choice for the year. And Steve and Carvers were DJing at the Green Man Festival, which is one of the cool festivals in the UK. And I was, I wanted to say hello to Carvers and, say hello to Steve, but they were DJing inside this massive mouth. It was like big lips and teeth, and the DJ booth was inside this mouth. So they were there inside the mouth DJing, and I went up and waved from outside of the mouth, and Carvers sort of told Steve who I was, and that, I guess, the relation to that record that Steve liked. And so actually, Steve, I don't mean to embarrass you now, but our first thing is you did this. So I got
it was a cardiac related
cardiac
related keyboard player, William Drake, and then we sort of hit it off, and I moved to Bristol, and then Gaz got into modular synths at the same time as I did, and we sort of gravitated towards each other and started jamming, and that was it, really. And that was how it all started.
Yeah, well, before you moved to Bristol, actually, I was going over to see you in just outside of London, where you used to live. But what's quite interesting, and it's certainly something that's been a big part of our journey together, is sort of how we've kind of come from very different backgrounds and very different. I'm a bass player, and I've been playing all sorts of music over the years, maybe in the more kind of traditional sense, bass guitar. The comment about I'm a vinyl collector, I'm a bass and musical instrument collector, really. So I haven't got any space for vinyl. I've got about 400 or 500 vinyl, maybe less than that actually, but something 300, I don't know, something like that. So baby amount. But I think what was really interesting playing music with Steve is it kind of exposed to me a lot of my kind of musician prejudices in a way, because Steve has kind of come from such a different kind of, his journey into it is so different from mine that I've had to kind of unlearn a lot of things, really, and I'm really grateful for that, really. In fact, I was covering my journey into Eurorack on my YouTube channel, and Steve had messaged me to tell me that I need to get away from using a MIDI keyboard to control the modular, that by playing on a keyboard it was kind of grounding me in what I already knew, or back, to my past music kind of life. And by removing the keyboard, and then that's where you start to explore the kind of really unique aspects of modular synth, which is you're kind of corralling voltages around and finding the music that way. And I think taking the keyboard away then, and then have, like it's almost like a crutch, something familiar by taking that away, I think that really did sort of really open up that journey for me.
But some people, just before you elaborate on that, Steve, you've become kind of known as a gearhead, Gaz. Like, was that always the case, or did that like kind of really become like a big thing since you met Steve?
No, I mean, I've done a lot of music technology reviews for a channel called Sonic State, so I've been quite a familiar face to some in the music technology world for these reviews. So, I've had lots of equipment, lots of things sent to me really over the years, as well as buying things. But yeah, total gearhead really. And then actually, my studio is full. It's full. There's no room for anything else now. So the move into modular was quite good because they're quite small relative. You can get a lot of modules into a small space. So
that is unless you call the Martin Gore, or if you started.
Yeah, good point.
Or if you started in the 70s, then that means your whole house is a synthesizer, because that's what modular is about. Like, you literally become the servant of your synthesizer in a way. Wouldn't you agree, Steve?
Yes, but it's a really good journey. For me, it's fantastic because I'm not a trained musician in any way, but since discovering modular synths, I've been able to make music that I'd never thought I would have done, and it's been a great journey. And then bumping into Gaz and enjoying the sort of the challenge of improvising and jamming has led us to our first release on our label, which is called Rack Records, with the idea that Eurorack is mainly what it's about. And so Rack Records is going to be improvised music without any overdubs after, so it's as it was. And the plan is anything that comes out is going to be, not that music isn't real, but it's just going to be as it was recorded, with nothing added, taken away. Maybe the only thing is chop the start and chop the end off where you think it fits, and that is going to be the plan for any future releases. So this piece of music now, which we just stumbled upon, we felt was so good that we thought, well, maybe we should put it out on vinyl, because it's entertained me so much listening back to it. And it was really lovely when some of the people on the channel, and hi Dom, I'm watching on StreamYard now, so I can't see any of the comments, but it was really lovely when a few of the people and Chris and Never Modern sort of said, well, it's a really lovely piece of music, and we were so delighted because we felt it was lovely as well. So the plan is we're just going to put out limited amounts. It's 100 albums, in the DIY, the nurse with wound style that you put me onto, Stunty, and the idea is that we sort of keep on putting out limited releases, so we don't get a full household of ones that never sold, and hopefully, especially I think the type of people that listen to this show may enjoy as well. So it's been a great journey, and as a result of, I think, my journey, also watching your channel as well. So it's been amazing. So there's only one release on Rack Records. I think it's on Discogs at the moment. I think, Stunty, you put it on.
I put it on. I added it. If you look, if you look up Gaz Williams, it will be there. And I also put the link, which was just created today, so you can order the record, because that's the only place it is available right now. Yeah. It's a totally DIY project. Steve was telling me about this recording a year ago, like when we were meeting for the very first time in Den Bosch. You were telling me about, I did this recording with my mate Gaz. I don't know. I'll send it to you. You'll tell me. And the thing is, I discovered Steve because I was interested in Michael York's different ventures.
Many.
And then I discovered about Cavis and all his adventures, and obviously coming from where he's coming from, Steve could have the biggest imposter syndrome complex. And when I listen to this, well, either I have to think that Gaz is a genius, that he managed to elevate Steve once again, that like a third guy managed to do that, or Steve actually has some good musical chops in him.
Now, this is a really, really good point. I think from the beginning, me and Steve have amassed a fair few hundred hours of recordings over the last 5 years. And when we listen back to different bits, one thing that we always notice is just how well it kind of comes together. And it always seemed to from the beginning. And that's not always the case when you play with modular synths with other people. But we just sort of like naturally seem to find something. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because the music that we make together, I would never make on my own, by no chance. I just don't. So Steve brings a very unique kind of quality in. In fact, I mean, I do have a tendency to be quite busy as a musician, and I think Steve's more kind of the opposite, being more kind of steady and more kind of meditative or whatever. And I think that's kind of where something quite special happens, where we kind of balance out each other. And Steve's had a very profound effect on my musical listening as well. I listen to a lot. I listen to different music now, a lot, influenced by Steve. But I feel that the musical chemistry that we have is so natural. We never really talked about anything. We just plugged in and off we went, isn't it? That's how it's always. Never defining roles, saying, no, you do well. Maybe one or two times we did it. We did a couple of gigs where we weren't sure what in the earlier parts, where we just thought, oh, I'll do drums and you do everything else. But that is very unusual in our working.
I just think it's fun collaborating. And so Rack Records has a tagline, which is spontaneous electronic conversations, and that's what it's all about. So Chris Never Modern came down, and we had a jam and we did some good stuff there. So if we listen back, we might put them out as well. So was it Merd? Is that La Crotte? Was that what was?
Yeah.
La Crotte is the other one, isn't it? Okay. But so we're just pleased it's out, and thank you very much for giving it an airing. And Dom, I'll send you one. You got the 100th one. I'll send you one over, Dom. So thanks very much. So we're delighted, and hopefully we enjoy. And each cover's different, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
this is all handmade. So every one of the waves on there, everyone's different. So that one is different to they're all slightly different. So each one's a. So you need to buy you need to buy 100 to get the lot.
And by the way, Steve and Gaz thought they were so clever with that cover, but oops.
Yeah, it covers Fiona, Gaz's wife, designed the cover. It's wonderful. So we had so much fun making the artwork and everything. So
it was a little long coming in a way, but I guess it comes when it comes out, and that's when it's.
Yeah, I think when you only ask for 100 to be pressed, you get put to the back of the queue. I assume that's what happened from the pressing plant. So maybe the next one we find another pressing plant in the UK, and it doesn't take so long.
I mean, it's fine. It's just that when you do limited editions like that, obviously it's also that you care about the object. And someone was asking Gaz if he was into records. He kind of answered that. But you, Steve, I've had the privilege and the psychological to see that like this means something to you.
Yeah, it does. Look, there's another one. I had this for ages. I love the idea of. I love vinyl. Dom we all love vinyl. A lot of people love vinyl here, but I love the fact that it's made sort of from the heart as well. And I haven't got a problem with the DIY approach and the limited edition approach. I think it adds to the mystique sometimes and seeking it out. And obviously, you can. It's digital version. You can get the digital version or just listen to it on Bandcamp page. So it's not exclusive. It doesn't sort of cut people off. But if you want something that's a future antique, that's what I quite like. So I mean, I've got records coming all over they're all antiques. They're all lovely things to be cherished. And so hopefully, in future years, we look back at this as the first one and go, that's lovely.
But my question to you though is, so you recorded that live.
Yeah.
And now it's on a record.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Part of me has to pinch myself.
Yes, but like doing it and listening to it, is it the same music for you guys? Is it does this remind you of the moment where you created it, or does this become something even different in your own inner world?
We tend to we do a lot of recording and then we don't come back to it for some time. And one of the things with modular is that you take modules out, you swap them around, you patch them in differently. So when you leave the music for some time and then come back to it, when you listen to it, you can't really remember exactly what you had. And thus you don't necessarily remember who's doing what. In some cases, we recognize parts of, but it's really enjoyable to come back and listen to these things because you've kind of like both I know Steve and myself, we're constantly sort of changing and evolving. So when you come back and listen to something, so these were recorded in I think May and June last year, you come back and listen to them, they've got like a special quality that's, if it was like me playing bass on something and then I hear the recording, then I hear myself playing bass, I recognize my playing or whatever. But when I listen back to these, then you don't quite have that same relationship. And then when you go further and get it onto vinyl and then it's playing back off vinyl, it has got a mystique, it has got a quality that's even from the creator point of view, you listen back and you think, wow, this is...
And actually it's because it's a collaboration. And in the end, you don't know who's doing what. It seems like it's bigger than the sum of anything you can possibly make yourself. So I would encourage, like as Chris Never Modern came down, we had the three-way jam, and the stuff that came out was amazing. And it's just sort of it keeps on sort of enlightening you that jamming with different people you never know what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah.
And you do it as somebody else, and it's totally different music. So if I jam with you, Stunty, or
which we did,
exactly.
and I must add that the very next day, we did a 2.5 hour long jam, like one of these streams actually.
Yes, yeah.
And we we recorded it and listened to it the very next day, and even that close, there were so many moments where we were asking, "Is it you? Is it me?
Yeah,
Is it?"
yeah. So that for me is the beauty of it. So it's none of it's written in a way. It's just written in the moment, and then you sort of sit back and go, "Wow, we made that. Wow, like we need to do something with that." You know, or sometimes it's absolutely crap. You know, that never sees the light of day. But the good stuff is worth listening to again, and then as it's over time, you start to listen to it enough times, it starts to become its own entity. And that's when, if it can stand the test of multiple listens, that piece of music I've listened to so much in the last year, if it can stand the test of multiple listens by somebody who actually was involved, and it still doesn't get boring, then it must be all right.
Yeah. And it's also, as we established, 100 copies only, which is why it might seem a little bit expensive if you go on the Bandcamp, 30 quid for a single LP. It's not when you consider you only did 100 copies. It's actually a pretty sweet deal, handmade. Like you be the judge.
Yeah, but like, you know, if not, we'll do a few gigs and knock them out there for the fun of it. But the outcome is that that if you if you only make 100 copies, it costs a lot more per item to make them as well. That's the problem. But I don't think there's 1,000 people that would buy this. But I think but it's not even about that. It's about sort of the fact of quite being proud of it. So in the same way as Malo Mori and people have come on, and a lot more artists doing very limited runs of stuff, I think it just sort of adds to the DIY type of stuff that's around.
I think there is another thing as well about vinyl being just the perfect format for the kind of things that we do, and our jams normally go about 20 minutes or so. They tend to not go on much longer than that, occasionally, but not often. So just naturally, it's like each jam is like a kind of side of vinyl kind of length of time, and I think that's more just chance rather than planning. But the other thing is, I think that the frequencies of the things certainly that Steve and me do just seems to sit in the right place for vinyl. So listening back, when we got the test pressings and we were listening back, it sounded really, really good. It's almost like they just like really meant for each other somehow. I think so we're using a lot of like analog stuff in the process, in the modulars, and it just somehow tonally, if you use a computer and you've got such a broader frequency range with the computer, in the digital domain, that doesn't always translate well to vinyl. I've worked as a mastering engineer for 20 odd years, so I've done lots and lots of records over that time,
some big ones.
But just this idea that what we do without planning on that just translates extremely well to vinyl. So that was very gratifying when we heard that. It's just like, oh yeah, this just seems to just sit right in the sweet spot of the kind of vinyl sound experience.
So it just crossed my mind that we're coming up. There's obviously, because you every now and again you're going all fuzzy and freezing, and I don't know what people are watching via YouTube, but here we are. Gaz and I could take over the show, but we don't want to bore. we don't want to bore the viewers shitless. And obviously, most of the people that are tuning in, apart from your French friend who doesn't like the music but still watches, which is great. And it's been, thanks very much for
Romuald.
Thanks very much for giving us the time for this. It's great fun. So, but also not without being the director or the producer of this program. But Stunty, you've been to Den Bosch and you've got loads of records you haven't played yet, and I want to listen to those. I don't really want to be here talking. I just want to. Why don't you kick us off and play some music? Kick us off.
Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. Just give me 2 minutes with you guys. I just wanted to say also that this, not necessarily this, but doing some digging, I noticed that the label and the first release was announced in 2024. There were articles on webzines and stuff like that. Gaz seems to be more aware of that than you, Steve. But
we launched the label with some digital only releases.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So this is the first.
Yeah.
This is the first sort of physical vinyl release, and
there's a digital. Yeah, we got a digital album as well. I've got about that. Yeah.
There's free actually.
Yeah.
But that also means that this is a very spontaneous affair. Even if we talked about how, like, of course, you operate in uncertainty, you do it on the moment, and then you reflect on it. Is this worth adding to the noise? Is this bringing some beauty to the world? Which I think is kind of the beauty of modular electronic music. Is you can't do it with the same intention as you do with a rock band or with a classical band, and probably not even as with jazz or anything. There's a sort of almost holistic nature to it, a sort of gymnastic to it, that at one point you realize you're basically looking for a place. You're putting the power on, and you're starting to go, and you're looking for a place you don't know exists, and once you reach it, you spend 20 minutes there, as Gaz was saying, and if you reach there and you recorded it, then it might end up as a very nice souvenir from this place that we wish was actually more like the world we live in.
But the plan will be, because I tend to think that people who tune into this to this show have a pretty discerning. I'm not going to sort of we can all big ourselves up. I personally think anybody that's regularly tuning into this show has very discerning tastes, and I'm proud to be one of those people. And and there's no way that that vinyl would come out if I personally, and also Gaz, thought it was shit, because we don't want to just put out a load of, because there's enough crap out there that we don't want to put out. There's so much crap out there you have to wade through, and you know that more than anybody else.
Yeah. I would have told you when you sent me the files. I would have told you, like, maybe wait for the next one.
Exactly. So that was the plan. So we were delighted it came out, and there won't be any crap coming out in the future on the label.
Well, that's one thing we do is we listened to maybe 20 hours of these recordings on this album are taken from some rehearsal sessions we were doing for a concert in a cathedral last year as part of Brecon Jazz Festival, and we had a good, I don't know, 20 hours, maybe 15 to 20 hours worth of recordings. So we did listen, maybe not that much, maybe 10 hours, lot of hours of recordings. We listened to loads. So, and I think that really is the thing of being able to just then find the ones where it really feels like it's something. There's one last thing I wanted to say, though, which about this thing about the process. One thing we do notice when we listen back to the music they make on modular, you'd never make this music on a computer or in a DAW. You just wouldn't. It's so driven by immediate reaction to what the other person's doing. We listen intently to the other person, and we're
hands and ears rather than the eye.
Yeah, hands and ears. Yeah, but also the fact then it just is that. Then there's something quite pure and something quite kind of something kind of. It is kind of like a real thing rather than something that's endlessly edited and adjusted and tweaked. It's what it was in that moment is what comes out on the record. So I think there's something quite nice about that.
See, Steve and I are having sort of distant online sex right now. But so I just want to add that
Go out and jam.
I think this is going to sell out. So if you're word, I would say if you're in the UK, just order it straight away. If you're outside of the US, just maybe try to find a couple of like-minded friends to order it with, so you save some shipping or whatever. But this is really worth it. And
Dom, I'll swap. Oh, Dom, I'll swap you for the Bar Phillips you got for me. And come over to Den Bosch in April. We meet up.
All right. So thank you, Gaz. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
When is the next one? We don't know, but something is going to come. Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me about something. I remember now. Anyways, it's a bargain. This is I would describe this. What if Berlin School was dangerous? Which it isn't, but this is dangerous music in all the best possible ways.
We can't say any more than that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Pleasure.
And I'll leave with another track from the album, the HMS Vandal, and then we'll go on with the program. Thank you, Daniel, for leaving a nice tip in the coffee jar as well. Please, if you like the show, like the program, if you want this to happen every week, or almost every week like it does, support your DJ of the night, your journalist of the night, and let's try to build a better world. I must say that in the chat, someone was saying that Steve has managed to stay young somehow. I think music and making music like that helps.
Yeah, maybe. I don't feel young though.
All right, gents. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you very much, Stunty.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
So good.
Well, thank you for your first time here, Gaz. Maybe we'll rehearse it the next time. And I'll see you guys soon.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks ever so much.
Bye.
Go check the Bandcamp. And if you like this, you should not waste time on pondering whether this is worth your money or not. Unless you want to support the stream and you can't do both.
Yeah, support the stream first. The stream is important. Support the stream. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys. So that was nice, wasn't it? So now it's been, I think, 3 times in a row we had unannounced guests in the Friday stream. I hope you enjoyed that. I do. I think today was really good, compact. And I'm learning by doing as well. So leave me comments to tell me what you think, what I could do better. I know about the video tonight. I'm sorry. Now we're listening to one of my favorite discoveries of recent. 2 songs that include singing, a programmable percussion synthesizer, and FM synthesis. Tree Group, who I hyped about a month ago. They have a new release out right now that is fantastic. This came out a few years ago. Absolutely brilliant, as you can hear. Cheers, Queen. Hello, Royce. How you doing? Cheers, Billy Bob. I'm good, except of the video, apparently. So this is still cheap. But if you liked it, I urge you to check it on Discogs. I'll try to find the link quickly for you, because this is not gonna be an easy to find record for a long time. There's like 4 copies of it right now on Discogs. I'll confess, I include Steve on that a few weeks ago already. Here it is. Now about the Den Bosch stuff, huh? One that I didn't show anyone. A record I was looking for, that I hoped I'd find in Den Bosch, and I did. A movie soundtrack, Ghosts of the Civil Dead. Fans of Nick Cave will have heard about this. Soundtrack composed by Nick Cave, Mick Harvey from the Bad Seeds, and Blixa Bargeld from Einstoßen Neubauten. Also an occasional member of the Bad Seeds. The movie features Nick Cave, by the way, if I remember correctly. This was released on Mute in 1989. It has all sorts of different songs. It's a soundtrack. It's a still fairly cheap record, like 15, 20 bucks when you find it in a store. I think there's a couple of pressings of it. It's got this sort of weird industrial cabaret feeling mood. As you can see, yeah, this is about the story is in a prison, if I remember correctly. It's a great movie.
If they need another guard killed or something, they'll transfer the warden they got out now, and they'll put some hardcore warden in there that'll, get the inmates all pissed off. I don't trust anybody that works for the federal government, not after what, the lockdown. I knew they was trying to cover it up because the administrations were fucking with them, trying to get a riot going. So if 2 guards gets killed, they get an open budget. That's why I'm trying so hard to bring this out to the media, because once somebody investigates this shit, they're going to find out that what I'm telling them is the truth.
I might have to revisit this with you guys as well. There's a bunch of songs that are really beautiful in it as well. Now here's a nice little song that will remind you of Boards of Canada. This actually is one of my favorite Boards of Canada songs, not by Boards of Canada. This is on a compilation called Whispers of an Ancient World, and this is the track by Ocker. Intrinsic Grey. Ocker has been around in the folktronica IDM scene for like, I guess, a good 20-25 years. He puts out stuff every now and then. This track, You got a bunch of other IGM luminaries like Digitonal, carbon-based life forms, bunch I don't know as well. This came out on a Spanish label, also limited edition to 100 copies, but unnumbered. There's two different, I think, yeah, they did 2 different colors. Short, sweet little track.
Buddies will be back, we'll be back. Buddies will be back, we'll be back.
There will be some time that buddies will be back. There will be some time that we will start from the streets around with crazy people and mongrels, rappers and hookers we meet. Because we are the others and the others are us. There will be some time that buddies will be back. We will cross the metropolis, decolonize cities, because this is the place of our desires, and we will never leave. Cause the air is stiffening us. Yes, the air is stiffening us. Wait a minute, take a minute. Stop a minute, take a minute and breathe.
Nice.
Wait a minute, stop a minute. Take a deep, deep breath and breathe. Cause the air is stiffening us and we will never leave.
Now this record I absolutely love. I love the political nature of it.
There will be some time that buddies will be back. There will be some time, there will be no genders.
This is a record for Stefan Hamburg.
Take revenge. There will be some
Record.
time that we will rise above the barbed wires, above our shortcomings, our uncertainty, our contradiction, our ambitions. Rise above the talents, above the failure of defeat, the arrogance of the victory, our sad feelings, our remorse. Rise above the cultures we have lost. There will be some time that buddies will be back.
Buddies will be back.
Buddies will be back, we'll be back. Buddies will be back, we'll be back. Buddies will be back, we'll be back. Buddies will be back, we'll be back.
This is a collaboration between the Schwabingrad ballet band from Hamburg
And we'll be rising.
that was born out of protests around 2013-14 around the Greece economical crisis, as they were protesting the Frontex directory that was basically trying to make Greece a sort of slave state to the Europe. And this is a collaboration with the Arrivati collective, which is a collective of refugees from all around the world in a refugee camp in Hamburg. An art collective within a refugee community. And this is the meeting of the two. This was put on my radar because Eckhard Ehlers used to be part of that project. Next track is amazing as well. It shows you also the different languages.
Ça c'est une lettre adressée à Monsieur le Maire depuis des années.
Hello,
Et jusqu'à
Wolfman.
présent, il n'arrive pas à répondre. Raison pour laquelle je veux mettre ce morceau au public pour que Monsieur le Maire puisse répondre. Lampedusa.
So this has a sort of Gil Scott-Heron quality, but for now, for our time.
Speak out, take a stand, open your mouth, empower yourself. Speak out, take a stand, open your mouth, empower yourself. Speak out, take a stand, open your mouth.
Super cheap record, like people never seem to have noticed it.
Il y a quelques années, Lampedusa t'a envoyé des lettres présentant des doléances. N'attends pas si tu n'arrives pas à répondre. Aujourd'hui, je veux savoir pourquoi tu ne veux pas répondre. Regarde ces jeunes, ils sont pendus à tes lèvres, espérant un déclin qui veut glaner des espoirs. À qui voudrait-on qu'on s'adresse, monsieur le maire ne nous ignore pas. Ils ont fait beaucoup de meetings et aujourd'hui on donne la France, le courage d'adresser cette lettre pour te dire ce qui pend. À qui voudrait-on qu'on s'adresse? Tu as eu ta chance, donne-nous la nôtre. Réponds à ces cris de souffrance, à ces cris de stress, au souci de l'espoir. Monsieur le maire, réponds. Monsieur le maire, réponds. Mais quelle est donc ta politique? Monsieur le maire, réponds. Monsieur le maire, réponds. Mais quelle est donc ta politique? Monsieur le maire, réponds.
Take a stand, open your mouth and power yourself. Speak out, take a stand, open your mouth and power yourself. Speak out.
Monsieur le maire, réponds. Ne nous insulte pas, la Lampedusa se sent méprisée, pas du tout considérée. Accepte la main de Lampedusa qui ne fait plus de monologue. La démocratie, c'est le pouvoir du peuple, pas le peuple, et pour le peuple, et ton peuple souverain et solidaire à Lampedusa. Monsieur le maire, tu peux me croire parmi les jeunes de Lampedusa. Tu as beaucoup d'amis, mais c'est toi qui n'écoutes pas, c'est toi qui ne parles pas, et c'est toi qui ne réponds pas. Mais c'est quand même ta politique, monsieur le maire, qui nous insulte, piétine, agresse notre avenir.
Quite ahead of its time, I would say, politically. The whole album is filled with bangers like that.
Washed by the blood, been afraid of fire burn. And it went down and so many other time in a run. We covered from me head to the ground.
The artist is Schwabingrad Ballet Arrivati. Two different projects. I'll show you the link. I'll find you the link. Beyond welcome.
Mais quelle est donc ta politique, monsieur le maire? Mais quelle est cette politique?
It's sort of an address to the mayor in French by a refugee who never gets an answer. Great concept. And almost disco time, isn't it, huh? An artist I usually loathe who just committed this insane track. Clark, an EP, a white label EP called Civilians. There's a version of that track on his latest album, I think, but really this is the track. The EP is fine, but just crazy acid house, acid techno, acid bass. But you might like that, Asmula. Yeah, these are fine. This is good, the good stuff. No, I paid for it full price. I'm very happy to do so. $160 BPM madness. Absolutely stunning production. Even if I think his music is usually boring, Clark does know how to produce these days. And this is more fun than any records that Aphex Twin has been doing in the past 10 years or so. So let's see how you like the stream so far. If you've been tipping your DJ of the evening, not that much tonight either. We'll see. We'll see. There's still some time. But if you like the program so far tonight, follow the link in the description. And if you can afford it, leave a tip so that I can keep on doing this every Friday, or almost every Friday, almost so, and share new interesting records and older ones like this, which feels still very modern, doesn't it? Indeed, Waldron. I would dare say one of his top 3 albums under his name, The Call. Sort of on the fusion side of things a little bit, as you can hear with this very minimal bass. This is still from 1971. Sounds like it could have been recorded today. Featuring Eberhard Weber on the electric bass, prominently featured here. I've been after this for a long time, and I thought I would find a few copies of this in Den Bosch, which I did for the right price. Yeah, Waldron on the electric piano, which he does sometimes, not that often, but when he does, it's the good stuff, isn't it? Hopefully. I think all these records are cool, for sure. Even if I don't know about about the word cool, though. I guess it is cool. It just seems that cool as a word there's an overuse of the word, isn't it? Cheers 4D. Thank you for leaving a tip. Merci beaucoup. 4D man. monster. Monster track. Well, I have a soft spot for his stuff with Steve Lacy, obviously. Cheers, Herkimer. Thank you for leaving a tip in the coffee jar. Merci. Cheers to you. Yeah. I guess it started there in a way. The way we use the word cool. This is a long jam, by the way. I think the album only features two side-long tracks. Yeah, and we're listening to the title one, The Call. Recorded in Germany, huh? On Japo, München, Japo, Enja, ECM, kind of the same thing, all these labels. I'll find you one for sure. I think there's a somewhat cheap reissues of this. Not totally sure about that, but here it is. Oh yeah. No, sorry about that. On vinyl, there is a reissue, but no, it's an expensive record. It goes usually for around 200 euros at a record fair like that. I've been after that for 6-7 years actively, and I just wanted to pay to get a good deal for it. But I think it's still worth the money, since there really is. There's two different covers for it. One with typography rather than this image. That I know quite a lot of us kind of favor, but it's all about the music, isn't it? You're welcome. Cheers, Thomas. Yeah. I need that. I don't know what that is, Underworld's Revenge, but John Elder, Antarctica. Ah, okay, now I see what's going on. The record you got. Huh, okay, I'll be looking at that. I'll be playing some Australian records tonight, some really cool stuff. Something quite different. John Peel. This is sort of a very strange post-punk band, but they kind of sound like I don't know, like tripped out doors in a basement. And there was another one of these records that had been on the look for quite some time. You know how when you have a public platform and you're looking for these obscure esoteric releases, I've had my debates about that with likes of Seeking a Fred and others about how you should or shouldn't share the information until you get the actual record, so you don't shoot yourself in the foot by chancing someone else growing an interest in the same thing you do with a bigger budget or just more luck. So this is the first time I've ever mentioned this band now. MLR, Persian version. Totally do-it-yourself paste on cover from 1980. Like you could say outsider music, but it's a post-punk band, and what's quite interesting in the credits, it's featuring Ashley Wales on bass and clarinet. Sorry, Ashley Wales, Spring Heel Jack. Spring Heel Jack, the drum and bass band collective that has made absolutely stunning albums in the 90s on Virgin, and that is now doing more like collaborating with free jazz musicians such as Anthony Braxton, Evan Parker, but also guys from Spaceman Free and others. And this is his very first recording. Yeah. Cheers, Royce. Hello, I'm the Dead. How are you doing? No, just follow the link in the description of the video up there, and that's how I do it to bypass YouTube. And then when I see you left a tip in the coffee jar, I'll shout you out. But don't you love this kind of... I mean, this is what they're doing now. Maybe with a little more insight, but it's not much different. Just a Virgin cover, and you paste on shit to distinguish this from the competition. This should be the kind of stuff Dom goes crazy for, by the way. On the Pretty Ugly Records label, which I don't think exists much beyond that. No, actually it does. But I love the name of the label of the record as well. Persian version. Okay, no, it appears to be the only release on that label. Now something new and quite
It's a
exceptional.
system that filters out all that's not in their favor. They will call you like cattle.
Hello, Christian.
You're a digit oblique.
How you doing?
In a spiritual moment, you believe
Christian's
you
been
gained
very
access,
helpful lately
but
with the
simply
stream.
his dreadlocks lassoed your soul like a pawn. They pluck feathers to cripple the flight of the weary. They will wear you and tear you to dire skeletal mass. On the banks of the Jordan, you'll be trained to consider their manipulated dogma to the umpteenth degree.
This is such Hoyt,
Hear those dripping parched tongues loudly whisper.
a Jamaican-born artist,
Yah, das capital,
painter,
Yah, das capital, Greek.
who's starting to get his hands at music. And very well so. Here's the release. Unmuting. This is a 10-inch mini album or album.
Bible wisdom. More parallel is disgruntled teens armed with blood-stained unspecifics form clusters to dispel
I hope
their
you can
love of
see
fear.
a little more now.
We, the congregation, recontextualize ancient and Bamsa city psalms. Just another Africanization to add to the long list. Excuse me while I change my tongue. I dovetail my bi-multi-musicality with transient linguistic alphabets. This fluctuating lingua franca.
Unmuting literally means not staying silent from, it's post-colonial, post-slavery way of thinking.
It's all immutable.
I let it play out a little more. And the whole record is wonderful from start to end. Short tracks, longer ones. And I haven't seen it mentioned anywhere. Again, one of the ways this finds its way to us is I just listen to everything that's coming out on vinyl or that I can find. And then we make some choices because that's what it's all about. Or that's one of the part that it's about. Expressing choices. What do you want to bring to your life, to your inner world? So he plays a lot of instruments there. Trumpets from Cuba, Sansa, different Sansas from Chokwe, Lega, Congo, Yao. Ilimba from Nyamwezi, different whistles, talking drums, slit drums, bells, rattles, and obviously flutes. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. Sorry about that. I hope you can bear with me. Yeah, this is wonderful. It's been quite a great year so far. I was counting how many new records I got this year. How many records that were released for the first time on vinyl, at least in 2025, and I'm about at 150, out of which 115, 120 are brand new records, not archival or anything of the sort. Yeah, I hear that. Let's see if when I do that, does it change anything? Is this avatar blurry? Yeah, and it's a 45 RPM as well. So now a record that I thought I would get from Den Bosch last year, and I was too slow. I left it at the booth and the next day was gone. But guess what, it was here this year. On the Okora label. Music from Madagascar. No, it's clear. What do you mean? So yeah, Madagascar had a lot of string instruments as well as the usual wind stuff. And pipe instruments. It's just another glorious addition to the Okora collection. Again, recorded by Charles Duvel, like a lot of these records. Recordings. Outside of the Western world, of to minimalistic folkloric music that probably in one way or another influences this. This is a record without a cover from a Japanese guy called Kota. I'll show you the label soon, but I'll do one better by providing a Discogs link. Very cheap record. That was on my radar because of one of the remixers, Stunty DJ, a German artist that literally does what I was telling you about. Finding influence in non-Western music or rhythmic music. Post club, as they say now. You mean this? This is clear, huh? Ah, okay, that's interesting. Doesn't help me one bit, but it is interesting. Well, leave a tip to your DJ of the night. Follow the link in the description of the video. As I need it tonight. Thank you, Revenge. Revenge just left a very nice tip in the coffee jar. Merci. Return of the King! Hello, Andrew. Andrew's been a little bit missing in action. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Makes no sense. So, sorry, still blurry apparently, but the sound still good. That can dance. This is a wonderful kind of difficult to describe what this is. As yes, it's a dance tune, but it's also very psychedelic and very moody and very minimal, but at the same time extremely dense. Next is a shit album. Like the worst kind of fusion. And the whole album is like that. But that track, something weird happens at one point. It's a Dutch record. I mean, it's not the worst music ever, but it's noodly as fuck. And then something happens. Then suddenly out of nowhere this happens. It's a dollar bin record, by the way. I asked our friend Shaman to pick this up for me. I don't think he knew about it. Because yeah, it's a dollar bin record in the Netherlands. Sort of, yeah. This is Masada Astaganaga. Just the best kind of like sort of mellow transition track from Don Cherry. That's the kind of stuff you'd want from a Don Cherry record from the mid 70s. I don't. Yeah, it's a dollar bin record. Yeah, he did. By the way, Herc, I think I found your Discogs page today. I was quite surprised to see a record on your want list that I got recently. Yeah, I mean you don't risk a lot. Some of them will be meh, but they're usually between $1 and $5. So I mean, just these 5 minutes for like $5. That's quite nice. I might do an edit of this. It's really good. There's someone called Herkimer 1. has like about 100 records in his collection and 200 in his want list or something. It might be someone else than you. Cheers, Thomas. Show is not over yet, but maybe you are done for the night. Well, there's quite a few interesting records there, Herc. I didn't expect that. I was pleasantly surprised. Thank you, Andrew, for leaving a very nice tip in the coffee jar as well. So I might get to my objective tonight. So far, if you're enjoying this and want to support this to keep happening, as I keep saying, but it's true. Just think you're going out with some friends and having a few beers. Well, you're having them with me, but you're giving me a couple of beers. Or more, or less. Now a recent find, a long quest. A record that's been on my want list for like 10-15 years. One that I almost found like 3-4 years ago and I missed it. You just have to be patient with these. This is from an Australian compilation. There's 2 volumes of these. I already have the second one. By the way, one of the reasons the sound is hopefully pretty good tonight is I got fresh needles on both turntables. Like they've literally only had like just a few hours of play so far. So this is the new music, 1979. 78, 1979. David Chesworth, Essendon Airport, The Three Arrows, which is Phil Brophy, and this is a track from a band called the Dave and Phil Duo, which is probably Dave Chesworth and Phil Brophy. It's very nice. It's a silkscreen jacket, no info on the jacket, so you got a sort of insert there telling you it's both typed and handwritten. And this is called D9 Divine, quite good. A rigorous rendition of the D9th chord with plenty of chromatic passing notes. One of us stayed still, the other did the moving. Music is tidier done this way. On the Innocent Records label from Melbourne, Australia. Hello, Sons of Ten's victims. How are you doing? Cheers, Frank. Still got about like 15-20 minutes in me. yeah, this is sort of a document of a little scene of the underground punk, industrial, post-punk, post-industrial, minimal scene from Melbourne from the late 70s, early 80s. And it's great. It's a great document, great record, great object as well. And we're staying in a sort of minimal but psychedelic realm here. Hello, Arthur Supercagouille. Should send me the link of your more info on your documentary. Arthur Supercagouille here. He recently completed and released a documentary about Sun Ra that he worked for a long time on. And Arthur Supercagouille, oh shit. He is also a member of one of my favorite releases of 2025, the Tartine de Clou band. Someone was asking me if I'm gonna do a best of 2025. I have yet to do the best of 2022, which I might do soon. But who knows? Maybe I'll cave and ignore my principles. This is the thing. I think I wrote a little bit about it in the description of the video. How as soon as we arrive in December, everyone rushes to tell you what they think are the best records of the year. And there's several issues with that for me. One being, well, rushing like that tends to bring a sort of sense of conformity. You will find people trying to coalesce around a few obvious releases. There's literally like hundreds of thousands of releases every year. If you have more than 3 releases in common with someone else's top, that means you haven't been digging that much. I was just checking the Wire's annual top 50. There's only one record in it that I want, that I'm about to get. It was released recently. It's a good list, but and I tend to really enjoy the direction the Wire magazine goes towards. But out of the top 50, literally, I've heard, I would say, 42, 43 of these records. Only one of these that I felt, this is something I need. This is something I need, but this is from a few years back. This is Eduardo de la Calle, one of my favorite dub techno producers. He does way too much, but when he finds the right balance, he really does it for me. This is almost 10 years old. This was released on Mule Music, a great techno label from Germany that actually sometimes goes into more avant-garde, minimal, experimental music. Here it is. Lisa Gard, tiens, yeah. Yeah, it was alright. It's a good album. I just felt I didn't need it. I didn't think it was bringing anything new to the equation. Yeah, actually, yeah, that one was good. So 2 albums. Could have been, and this is even worse. This is one of the grails of Den Bosch. One of the records I was the most surprised and amazed to find. It's a record for Steve, basically. So just look at this. Juana Benabar. Electro Musica para fin di siglo. Santiago de Chile, 1973. Electromusica para este fin de siglo. Yeah, we're listening to that track. This is the most recent track of this package, Ludus Vocalis from 1973. This is insanely rare. And to find this in this condition, yeah, Den Bosch. Yeah, I do have, I would say, a good, or at least 95% of my collection is on cataloged on Discogs. More. Yeah, I knew this would be a Steve record. Look at this man. If you can see. How you doing, Randy? Yeah, so that record is from 1973. Nah, unfortunately, or fortunately, it's not like that. It would be funnier, wouldn't it? But yeah, project next year is to change all that. Well, you live to please, huh? Yeah, it's really, really cool. Apparently I'm blurry tonight. Apparently the bandwife or YouTube is doing me a disservice, but apparently the sound is good, so that's good for you. And now an absolutely stunner of a Brazilian record. We're staying in South America. A record that had been on my radar for some time, and Maurizio helped me find a copy. Of huge thanks to him. It's just playing this bit is almost unfair. The record goes in so many directions. It's sort of like a guitar, a folk guitar record, also new age one, experimental, musique populaire, those Brazil. Priscilla Hermel, her Campo de Sonos. I think this is from like 1990, something like that. It's not one of the 70s records from Brazil that everyone is obsessed with right now. Yeah, 92. This was released in 1992. And there's only one pressing of it. 90s records. 90s records from Brazil. There you go. Yeah, I know. But it would be good to have all the records in the same place, and doing so will make it easy. Will crave having more space, so easier to sort everything. We'll see. I like the chaos as well. Yeah, it's really good. She has 3 albums, I believe, or maybe more, but on Wax, I think she's got, the Tai Chi, yeah. But this is her last album, to the best of my knowledge. There's a compilation of her tracks on Music from Memory, which might have been how I discovered her. Not sure. But I love how you got these pulsating drums in the background now. Synth chords that are kind of ominous, like Angelo Badalamenti-ish, and her guitar playing here. Ah, nice. Well, thank you, Maurizio. You were more than helpful in that. I love that cover also. When you look at what it actually depicts, the concept behind it. It's simple. It's kind of a shitty cover in a way, but I really like it. And this looks like a 70s folk album from the UK. Faded photo of a woman in nature. But she's a strong one, huh? Yeah, Jorge Peña on percussion here. He adds a lot. Hello, Vinyl and Kicks. How you doing? Yeah, that's why we're a community. Why to bring forth artists like that on the stream. That's why I need your support and your help in whatever capacity you can do. But to bring forth a more global consciousness around music, boundless. There's nothing really difficult about that record. Sure, this is a long form track. This is the long form track on the album. It's a 15 minute long track, but there are shorter ones. Yeah, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 3 minutes 15, 2 minutes, 2 minutes 40, and this one. Look at that logo for the label. Gravado. El Dorado. Grava. What is this? Is it a series? Tell us. Gravadora El Dorado, yeah. That's the label. Quite a big label. Semi-big. Yeah, exactly, Joel. You might be. How are you doing, Edward? Anyway, isn't that a nice track to float into the weekend? So we had electroacoustic music from Chile, pastoral electronic music from Germany, grime, trap, consciousness from the UK, Dangerous Berlin School from the UK, from Bristol, music from Madagascar, cute weirdness from Australia, yeah. Quite a few things, huh? I'm okay, Edward. I've been worse in the past few weeks. So guys, if you enjoyed the show tonight, by all means, like Andrew, A Revenge, Herkimer, 4D, Daniel, Maurizio, Frank, Gidget, Anonymous Ko-fi supporter, and Thomas. You can support the stream by leaving a tip in the Ko-fi jar, the first link in the description of the video, or the PayPal link if you don't want to go through Ko-fi. There's also one there. That's how this can happen. Not just that I want to get paid, but that helps me to afford going deeper in getting all these records. So I don't know what next week will bring. Well, I kind of have an idea, and it should be fun. But you never know. I'll have soon a video discussion about Nirvana with Laurie Goldston. We're scheduling that right now. She agreed to that. Laurie Goldston, who played cello on the MTV Unplugged album recording. But yeah, there'll be a lot of other fun stuff that your support helps me to put forth. Also, I have a backlog of articles for the Substack that I should publish before Christmas. There's like 4, 5, 6 articles there, and I've been a little overwhelmed, but good stuff. Cheers, Herc. Nice to... Ah, well. You gotta remember you have a body. Cheers, Daniel. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you, Steve and Gaz, by the way. Guys, I'll put the link of the Bandcamp link in the description after the stream, so you can order it there. Thank you, everyone. Cheers. Not a chance. Bye bye, bye bye. Bye. Bye.